Yo, what's going on, guys? DJS here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a detailed look and review of the Air Max Zero, and I have an on-foot section towards the end of this video. First thing I want to clear up from the beginning is this. If you guys saw my unboxing, which I'm sure many of you did, a lot of people were trolling me and super pissed because I did not know what the 0326 was. I want to explain that before I get into the review. So the reason why I thought that is because it looks like it's a limited sign. Normally when Nike does limited things, it says what number over whatever else it is. So I thought this was number 3 of 26. The reason why I was led on to think that, and that's why I was thrown off completely in the video, is because somebody had a pair of these signed by Tinker Hatfield, and I was thinking for some crazy reason that they gave like a certain number of these with the date and the number on the inside, or the number on the inside, not the date. It obviously represents a date, 3/26, which is Air Max Day. But I thought that was a number, so this was the number 3 of 26 of Tinker Hatfield signed models. So then I immediately looked around the shoe to try to find an autograph or something like that. That is why there was confusion on that. So anybody that was curious about that unboxing and why I didn't know what the 326 was, it's because it was just totally thrown off. Figured I'd give you guys an explanation. A lot of people just were hating in the comment section. It was ridiculous how sensitive people are about me not knowing everything when I open the box and show you guys something for the very first time, which is not the video to watch for an informative view of the sneaker. These ones are the full reviews. So just wanted to throw that out there and get that out of the way first things first. But the Air Max Zero is basically the one before the one. That's what they call it. That's what it actually says on the inside. And I'll show you guys this real quick. It's the box, Air Max Zero, and then Air Max Zero Quick Strike, 150 on the box. And then on the inside, it even says it on here, the one before the one. So and then it has Tinker Hatfield's signature on that as well. So the concept of these are the ones that came out before the Air Max 1, which are these ones. So you'll see that there are some similarities between these two models. The big notable similarity, not difference, the similarity is the midsoles. You can see it's pretty much exactly the same with the air pocket and pretty much everything else. But that is kind of where it ends. As soon as you flip it over and look at the bottom, this is totally like a retooled difference. You can see the air pocket down here visible, and you can see it kind of recesses right here as well. And so that's totally different. So it's kind of cool that they did the midsole the same, but the sole's different. And I think that again, so if you don't know what this means, it's the one before the one, meaning this is kind of like the prototype that supposedly that Tinker had, like non-visible for 30 years. And then this year is the year where like they decided to like pull it out, show people one of the prototype models, more or less, of the shoe before the Air Max 1 came out. And I thought that was kind of a cool concept. If you think about it, Nike and Jordan Brand both can just go and do this like endlessly, because they could have a fabled sample that we've seen images of here and there for random sneakers and then just release them, and it will be like the prototype version released to the public. The demand is already there for the shoe, and give somebody a chance to like capture some of the history of the sneakers, in particular like the Tokyo 5 yellow toes that I have. Like if they release those with the yellow toe, people would probably freak out. So there's and just the Obsidian foam posits, which I have a sample of as well. Those people would probably freak out if they released just because it was like a sample, and then all of a sudden they make kind of a big deal out of it. And I think that's kind of what they did with this. I'm surprised they didn't do a bigger release than what they did. Like with the Air Max More or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know what even to call it. There's inside the other one. Those ones were like limited, like quick strikes from the beginning, and then ever since then they just mass produce them. So I'm curious if they'll do the same thing with the Air Max Zero. I have a feeling they probably will to some extent, but it is kind of cool to get the first colorway that they released. And in general, it's just one to add to the collection for myself. As a collector, this is one of those pieces that I would go for. So that's the reason why I got it. Some people were like, you only buy hype sneakers, but that stuff cracks me up, because you see some of the stuff I have that nobody else has, and nobody else cares about, except for myself probably. But it is what it is, you know. It's just stuff like that happens. But anyway, back to the shoes. This one is more of like a sock liner. As you can see, they went with the whole sock liner thing. Obviously, this is different, way different, and has a tongue. And this is a dope version of the Air Max 1 as well. I really like that wheat colorway. But I like kind of like how it has this interesting like side stuff here, whatever this is. It looks like it's almost incomplete, kind of like a prototype type. And then the materials on the toe box and stuff is not like the hyperfuse here, but like it is kind of around the sides here. So it's like it was like original prototype, but then they like revamped it with newer technology because hyperfuse wasn't available 30 years ago. And probably neither was a sock liner type. So they probably changed it up quite a bit. And then just for reference, I mean, this is the one that came after the Air Max 1. So it was the Air Max 0, the Air Max 1, and then the big one that dropped. I mean, well, the one that's, I guess, more of a cult classic today is the Air Max 90. I think this is the one that I would choose out of the 3 models if I had to, just because for me, the Air Max 90 is just a super dope model. And then the Air Max 95 is another one that's a fan favorite, at least for myself. What do you guys think? I'll go ahead and put the on-foot section right here. What do you guys think about the model, though? Set aside all the hype, and what do you think about the actual model? Like, I think that the design is just simplistic. It's nothing too crazy. And if you were like even if you were like a retired sneaker person that you really focused on sneakers year in and year out, and then you saw these ones, you would probably think nothing fancy of them. But I like the fact that they have Tinker Hatfield branding all over their shoe. I really like that they sold his signature and sold the story of his creation, because he's the one that created the Air Max. Obviously, he's also the one that's created many of the best Jordans out there. Jordan 3s, I think 4s, 5s, 11s, and so on. So he's a long-standing tradition within Nike and within Jordan brand, and he really helped start a lot of it with the window that we saw in the Air Max 1, and now we're seeing in 2015 in the Air Max 0. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I didn't want to rant too much, but it was just kind of frustrating that people were calling me out because they didn't understand the date thing, and I wanted to clarify that, because sometimes, you know, like I record these videos in a hurry. I get home and then I record it, and then I get ridiculed for the randomest things. I do like the little thing here, the little air bubble keychain. I think they should do more things like that. But that's pretty much it. Check back for more reviews. I have a whole bunch more coming to the channel, and hopefully you guys have a good day. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.